Hello everyone, welcome to the world of sales and distribution management. So in this tutorial video, we'll discuss about the basics of sales and distribution management. Now we'll have discussion on two broad objectives. We'll be discussing about the evolution of sales and marketing functions. We'll also discuss about differentiating between sales and marketing. Now, what is selling? It is the process of persuading a potential customer to purchase a product or services by identifying their needs and demonstrating how the offering satisfies those needs. This involves communication, negotiation, and relationship building to facilitate a mutually beneficial exchange of value between the seller and the buyer, also known as seller buyer dyad. Sales management. It is the management of the personal selling part of a company's marketing function. We can define sales management as the process of planning, directing, and controlling of personal selling, including recruiting, selecting, equipping, assigning, supervising, paying, and motivating the personal sales force also. About the evolution, nature, and importance of sales management. The concept of sales management evolved almost more than 1000 years ago. This started with barter system followed by traditional marketplace around 400 to 500 years ago, and then in 18th and 19th century 18th to 19th century this evolved as sellers marketplace, and in 20th century this again developed as conventional mass media marketing. In 21st century this further developed into fragmented new age marketing, and during recent years this has taken a shape of innovative internet enabled business models, so called on demand delivery business models. App economy has come up and people are using mobile platform for purchasing and for getting their required product and services. So over a period of time the concept of sales has evolved from barter system to innovative internet enabled business model. So around in 1930s, this concept of sales management or marketing started with production orientation concept. This is what we make, sell it. So the focus of the marketer was on the production, and this further developed as consumer orientation. In consumer orientation, this is the target customer, get them to buy. So marketers started focusing on the customers and they started focusing on the consumers or the requirement of the consumers customers, and later on this developed as consumer as driver. So entire marketing or entire sales effort was directed toward the consumer based upon the requirements, like this is what we believe, join us. So this is how the act of sales has evolved, the evolution of marketing and the sales from the industrial revolution to the digital age. The marketing function splits into sales and functions like market research, advertising, and physical distribution, etc. So sales is a very important function of the marketing which generates revenue for any commercial organization. On the screen you can see an infographic depicting a typical model of the distribution, sales distribution. Like products, once they are manufactured or developed in a factory or by the manufacturer, then these products are manufactured and transferred through a transportation system. So the products are manufactured with the quality and the value, and transportation is they follow the process of transportation. Products are moved safely and efficiently to the next point, and then a suitable distribution channel is followed depending upon the nature of the product and services. The products reach various channels for wider availability, and then this is how they reaches to the customers. The product reaches customers as per their need and preferences, and different types of transportation models are used which involve distribution channel like wholesaler, retailer, e-commerce, direct sales. And now In the time of global marketing, all these different channels are simultaneously used. Products reaches across cities, countries, and continents using different types of channels or different types of transportation medium, using wholesaler, retailer, e-commerce, direct sale. Wholesaler, bulk purchase and distribution to the retailers. And in retail, and retailer is like products are available to customers locally and conveniently through retailer. E-commerce is a online platform that delivers products directly to the customers, whereas direct sale, directly, it helps direct reach to the customers through representatives and home delivery, so-called delivery model, on-demand delivery model, which is emerging these days and getting very popular also. So effective sales and distribution ensures customer satisfaction, business growth, and long-term success. So on your screen, you can see the evolution of the sales. This has evolved over a period of time, and sales involves all the activities in selling a product or service to a business or to a consumer. This is a bit different from the concept of marketing. The marketing involves a technique of making people interested in your product through various strategies, maybe like packaging, positioning, pricing, pricing arrangement, and advertising, etc. Now, there is a comparison of sales and marketing which differentiates these two concepts. So, sales centers around the present, whereas marketing centers around the future. So, it depicts the future. Sales focuses on one-to-one transaction, whereas marketing focuses on one-to-many transactions. Sales meets the need in a opportunistic manner, whereas marketing meets needs in a strategic manner. Sales makes a push, whereas marketing pulls people in. Sales depends on tried and true best practices, whereas marketing uses constantly evolving tools and tactics. Sales allows for a two-way dialogue or two-way communication or two-way transaction, whereas marketing directs one-way messaging from the marketer to the audience or to the customers. Sales is driven by human interaction, whereas marketing is driven by measurement matrices. Sales provides a short-term advantage. Marketing facilitates long-term sustainable success. On the right side of the screen image, you can see there are some attributes on the basis of which the concept of sales and marketing is differentiated. These attributes are like focus, goal, time frame, loyalty, engagement, input, and output. So the focus of marketing is building up the relationship with the customer, with the audience, with the consumer for a longer time, whereas the focus of sales is to make immediate financial transaction or the business transaction, and the output of the sales is to close the sales or to realize the revenue, whereas the output of marketing is to get the qualified interest or to motivate or to encourage the customers to get associated with the organization for a longer period of time. So sales is the transfer of ownership of the product from one person to other, or from seller to the buyer, whereas marketing is the act of analyzing the needs of the customers and understanding the market. And marketing is a long-term process, whereas sales is a short-term process. So there are some pointers on the basis of which we can compare sales and marketing. Sales is people-driven activity, whereas marketing is media-driven activity. Any sales would focus on companies or persons' need, whereas marketing focuses on the needs of the market, eventually driven by the customer. The product can be forced into onto a customer, that is push strategy. This is applicable in sales, whereas in marketing, the customer is tempted towards the product with marketing tactics, so-called pull strategy. And in case of sales, sales are the one-to-one relationship based, whereas marketing is driven by a one-to-many relationship. Now you can see a chart depicting about the nature of the sales management or the structure and its integration with the marketing management. You can see the structure is led by the head marketing. The designation may be CEO, the designation may be VP marketing or VP sales or general manager sales also. And there are different hierarchies, different sub functions or the departments, like manager promotion, manager market research, manager sales, manager market logistics, manager customer services. The manager promotion is responsible for implementing the promotional activities to generate the sales, or so-called implementation of sales promotion. Whereas the manager market research may be responsible for collecting market information from the market, from the competitors, from the customers. Sales manager is purely responsible for generating the sales, closing the sales, and realizing the revenue by reaching out to the right customers. Manager market logistics is responsible for the smooth and undisrupted supplies and the distribution of the goods and the products to the destination through the distribution channel. Manager customer services is responsible for maintaining CRM, maintaining good relationship with the customers so that the product and services may be improved further. And this involves relationship selling also, which builds a long-term relationship with the customer. On your screen, you can see a typical structure of a FMCG organization operating in the country India, and you can see the structure is followed by the top leadership. The designation may be vice president or CEO or GM sales also, and then this is followed by regional manager. These regional manager operate at different levels. If in the context of a country like India, we can say like for north, south, east, and west, there could be different regional managers or so-called zonal managers, and then comes area sales manager. So these area sales manager, the team of area sales manager reports to the regional manager of a particular zone, maybe a north zone, south, east, west, or any other zone. And then there comes field force, which includes territory sales officers or so-called sales representatives. These territory sales officers and sales representative report to the individual area sales manager of particular zone, particular geographical territory, or particular market, and then further these area sales manager report to the regional manager, and these regional manager reports to the vice president or general manager or the so-called national manager. So a typical structure of the company like Hindustan Unilever operating in India, the distribution structure or the sales department structure is mentioned here on the basis of the input received from the market and using all available data which is available online. So this organization has huge distribution network having more than 7,500 direct distributors, which involves large warehouse and supply chain, efficient use of supply chain management. And then further redistribution stockists, they are involved in further engage in the further distribution and helps in the deep penetration of the products of the company to the semi-urban or the rural markets also. The company also depends upon the modern trade as well as e-commerce, and the retail reach is more than 6.3 million. They have lot this much of retail outlets, which helps them in increasing the shelf space. This involves shops, shelves, and massive coverage. So this is the structure. Along with this, they have key strategic initiatives also like Project Shakti, Project Profit Seed, category management, and capacity building. So this is how a FMCG company operates. Let's talk about one more example. For better understanding of the sales department structure, let's talk about a structure of sales structure of consumer durable company operating in India. And on the screen, you can see the team at the different departments are headed by the chief sales officer or so-called vice president sales. The responsibility may include like national sales strategy, revenue setting up revenue targets, channel management, and interdepartmental synchronization. And this is reported by channel sales, territorial structure, product category and management, institutional sales or so-called B2B. So these are the various sub functions that operates under chief sales officers or so-called vice president. Now on the extreme left of the infographic, you can see channel sales. So this may involve general trade also or so-called brick and mortar store. This includes distribution network, local retailers, and these retailer may be like in Indian market, they are many times they are known as Kirana stores or multi-brand stores. And the focus of the general trade is to get sales from the regional market or local market. And then modern trade. Modern trade, this involves national retail chains. There are so many retail chains coming up in the market like Chroma, Reliance Digital, and even Vijay Sales also. The modern trade involves, these are the includes key accounts, and they helps in gaining sales from urban market also. And then again we have one more category, so called e-commerce. So this includes brand websites, large marketplaces like online e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and specific e-tailers also. So online strategy is very much important to get sales from this type of structure. And then the territorial structure may be like the national sales manager, regional sales manager, area sales manager, territory sales manager, sales executive. So sales executive operates in a local market or a specific territory, and then they reports to the territory sales manager. These territory sales manager reports to the area sales manager, and these area sales manager reports to regional manager, and further national sales manager. So these are typical structures of the structure of the sales team. And the role of the sales executive is like getting generating sales, field sales, getting sales from the market, and having a deep market penetration, and local team management of the local sales distribution team. Product category, product and category management, again this is a sub function which is responsible for promoting different types of product in a consumer durable company. For example, cooling, air conditioning, washing machines, electronic items like TV. These are the different categories. So these category heads are responsible for the growth of these different individual categories. They are also responsible for product pricing, launch plan, and sales support. They are again helped by the product manager. So they helps in feature optimization, training, and marketing alignment. We have one more category which is responsible for institutional sales, also called B2B. So they manage corporate accounts like hotels, offices, schools, institutions, real estate project, etc. Government and PSUs also. They also procure bulk orders. So these are the different sub functions or the domains of a consumer durable company operating in India. Let's talk about a typical structure of the sales organization. We'll talk about different models. So on the screen you can see there is a model in which the department is led by the director of the sales and marketing. So this director of sales and marketing is reported by sales manager, sales operation manager, and marketing manager. And these different managers have their individual teams. So director of sales and marketing oversees both department and under a single executive role. So like sales department as well as marketing department. Sales manager directs the day-to-day work to the frontline salespeople, whereas sales operation manager oversees the sales operation staff, handling data, tool, and processes. Marketing manager directs the strategy campaign and daily tasks of the marketing staff. Unified command. So this unified command, dedicated operation, direct reporting. This is the specialty of this structure. So this structure facilitates in unified command, dedicated operations, and direct reporting. Unified command because one director manages both departments instead of two separate leaders or separate managers. Dedicated operations, this includes specialized sales operation branch for backend support. Direct reporting, clearer vertical reporting lines without the dual reporting structure for salespeople. So this is a example of the sales organization structure. We'll talk about other structure also. You can see second structure. So in this structure you can see there is a sales director, and there are different teams or sub teams like trainers, sales manager for daily tasks, and there is a coach also for mentoring and strategy planning. Again there is a parallel role of marketing director, and marketing director has independent marketing staffs. Now sales director leads the overall sales division, whereas trainer reports to the director and trains new hirings and new hires, and responsible for new hiring also. Sales manager handles the daily tasks of the salespeople. Coach focuses on the mentorship and strategy for salespeople. Dual reporting: the salespeople report to both the sales manager and the coach for different functions. Now on the right side you can see marketing director. Marketing director leads the marketing division, and marketing staff reports directly to the marketing director. This marketing team operates parallel to the sales division. We'll talk about third example, sales organization chart 3 also. Now you can see there are sales development outbound and sales development inbound. So inbound leads, this comes to through search engine optimization, through word of mouth marketing, and then these leads are converted or closed by account executives and managed by account manager. There are two possibilities. Sales lead may be generated through inbound strategy or through outbound. Now lead generation is inbound leads come through search engine optimization, word of mouth publicity, and marketing efforts. Qualifier, there are two categories: sales development outbound and sales development inbound. Sales development outbound is proactively reaches out to the cold prospects or making cold calls, whereas sales development inbound process includes qualified leads that come that come in naturally or so-called organically. Now, closers and farmers. Closers are the account executives that take over qualified opportunities to convert the leads into paying customers, whereas farmers or so-called account managers, these manages new customers to ensure retention and satisfaction and upselling opportunities. So this was the summary of the different types of the chart of the sales organization. So in this lecture tutorial, we talked about the basic concepts of sales. We also discussed the comparison of the sales and marketing. I hope this lecture was useful for you. Thank you.